appropriate publication venue for your paper. That means I have initially told you that while starting the writing of your research paper, you need to first select the style of writing. Number one is venue. Number two, sequence of writing. Number three, structure. If you are not knowing about these three aspects, what could be the structure of your paper and what is the sequence of writing according to the structure and what is the venue of your paper that you are writing, okay, then it is very tough for you to identify that at the later stage that you because according to the journal community reader, you need to download at least the 5 to 6 the recent papers of that particular journal, and then match your paper with the existing paper, whether your paper falls under the scope or not, matching as per the requirement or not. Okay, if you are doing this kind of approach, then you are slightly nearer to the acceptance of your paper. Now, how to choose the right journal and conferences? So how to select the good journal or the best journal, appropriate journal for your paper, or how to select the appropriate or good journal for your conference. So what is your audience? First you need to be very specific about what is your audience, for which, yes, what is your audience, for which category of reader you want to write this paper. Let's say, for example, if I take one example, you want to target IEEE transaction on industrial informatics, then the community or the reader of industrial informatics are altogether different. Okay, so if you want to target this journal, then you need to include in your writing or in your scope, in your title, about the industrial context. So that is very important, that before start writing the research paper, you need to select your journal according to what kind of audience you are targeting. Refer to journals where articles from your literature review were published related to the title that you have identified. Look at the article in your targeted journal. Let's say I want to publish, I want to work in the area of Internet of Things. Okay, so best journal for Internet of Things is IEEE Internet of Things journal, having impact factor 9+. So you better to select 8 to 10 papers from the IEEE Internet of Things journal itself, and try to look at the articles in your targeted journal related to the theme of your, how, in what depth the researchers have already carried out the work, and in what way you add the novelty component in your work. And the next one is you need to check the citation index or journal reports. So I will highlight some, I have included some slides for you people, what exactly the meaning of impact factor, ISI, ISSN number, and how to identify it. Later on, in the later part of my presentation, I am going to discuss it. So conferences, so it is not like that, let's say I am organizing one conference, I send a link to my friend that, hey, I am the journal chair of this conference, would you like to submit one paper in it? Because I have good relation with my friend, and my friend, before not checking the quality of this conference and directly submitting the paper in my conference. So in research community nowadays across the globe, people are not using this kind of approach. They are directly going to the core platform, CORE. So core is a ranking platform which gives the ranking to the conferences. Okay, so if you type the name of the conference in the core URL, then automatically the ranking of the conference comes, whether this conference is A star, A and B. And I am very surprised, very sorry to say that in India, if we organize 1000 conferences in a year, only 1 to 2 conferences have the core ranking, only 1 to 2. I don't know the exact number, but not in a double digit. Okay, so A star and A plus. But within India, it is okay. But if you want to compete across the globe, then if you want to send your CV for postdoc, for your PhD, for your faculty position, then they say that, how many gentlemen you have published 97 paper in conferences, very good. Out of these 97, how many are in the core ranking conferences, A star, A and B? Then you don't know about it, and they check it by their own. Then they found out that out of these 97, 96 are useless for them. Okay, so try to check the ranking of the conferences, because I am working in the communication field. So depending upon your nature, you have to identify it. So depending upon your area of expertise in communication, if you want to work, then ICC, Blogcom, MobiHope, Mobicon, Infocom, Blogcom, VTC, these all are the top tier conferences having the core ranking, and these are organized by the COMSOC itself, Communication Society, not by any university or any institute. Okay, so likewise you need to select for the ACM, for the Springer also. So attend those. Why you need to attend these conferences? Because attend those where you can meet people, across the globe from our target in industries. So this is about the conferences. Now, how to select the journal? So if you want to target the top journal related to your field, then my advice to you is, before selecting the venue, you prepare a list. Let's say you want to work in the image processing area. So my advice to you is, you need to explore all the publication houses. Let's start from the IEEE, ACM, Springer, Hindawi, Science Direct. Okay, and try to prepare a list of at least 20 journals, including transactions. Yes, these are the top journals, top transactions related to my field. Anyone will ask this question from perspective of, let's say you are a PG student and you want to submit your dissertation. So your examiner asks this question from you that, tell me 10 good journals of your related domain. And then at that particular instant of time, you don't know about the 10 good journals, and if you quote the journal's name who are predatory journals having no significance, not indexed in Scopus even, and paid journals, then it will give bad impact. Okay, so try to prepare this list. Now moving further, so this is about the selection of the publication venue and the conferences. Although I have not covered much about the journal, because the selection of journal I have included in the last part of my presentation. We will come back to this again. Now, publication timeline. So this is again the complaint from the researcher side, that I have submitted one paper in November 2018, and till date 1.5 years passed and I am not getting any response. So I will tell you what are the reasons, what are the potential reasons why you are not getting the response, and you are getting the response and that response is not favorable, rejection, or so why. I am going to throw some highlight on these aspects also. So we get the outcome in usually 2 to 3 months from the submissions in conferences or workshop. It could be sooner. So outcome can be in terms of accept or reject, or I can say in terms of conferences I am talking, because normally conference don't give the chances to the authors that they revise it. But now we don't get a chance of rebuttal or revise the paper if we want to target the conference. But nowadays some top conferences have begun this stage these days, that they are giving the chances to the one chance to the authors, that if they need to revise it, resubmit it, then it is okay. So top conferences normally have 15 to 20% acceptance rate. So according to core ranking, sometimes good quality papers are also rejected. If I take one example of Infocom, so Infocom is one of the top tier A-star conference for networking people, communication people. Okay, so this conference is having the acceptance rate of not more than 15%. Only 200, a number between 200 to 300. Only these much papers are accepted in this conference for presentation in main symposia, and out of the submission of 2000 plus. Okay, so not so reputed conferences may have up to 50% acceptance rate. Sometimes weak papers are also accepted nowadays, very common. Only in conferences they check the plagiarism. This is the practical aspects that I am going to tell you, not quoting any name of the conference. Only they are checking the plagiarism. If your plagiarism is less than 20%, less than 10%, then it is okay, without checking the technicality in depth in your paper. Okay, so nowadays this is very common across the globe, not only in India, across the globe. So sometimes the conferences have more than 70% acceptance rate also. So this is the timeline of the conferences. Now, what is the typical publishing workflow? This PPT I have selected from one of the webinar conducted by Elsevier in our Nirma University. Very good website. Credit goes to the Elsevier for this PPT. So a typical publishing workflow is what editor wants from the authors. So in two aspects, I will tell you how many actors are there. Basically, there are 3 actors. One is the author, second one is the editor, and third one is the reviewer. So I will tell you what are the expectations of the author, what are the expectations of the editor, and what are the expectations of the reviewer. So what editor wants from the author? Paper is scientifically correct. If it reports something new, if it reports something significant, at least incremental, not novel. If the paper is of interest of the reader, interest of the reader means scope as per the scope of the journal. You want to target to the industrial community and submitting the paper of, let's say, not targeting the industrial community, then it is out of scope. Then you are getting the rejection within a span of, let's say, 1 week or 2 weeks. Now, now now, top reasons for the rejection by the editors are, what could be the top reasons? So topic of research are not trending, not impactful, poorly written abstract, language error, typos, grammatically mistakes, poor geographical distribution of citations, recent articles are not cited. You are writing the paper in 2020 and last recent cited paper in your references of 2017. Within a span of these 3 years, you have not listed out, you have not analyzed how much work has already been carried out with respect to your identified definition. So that means your findings, your outcome is not updated as per the recent trend. This could be one of the reasons. And I will tell you, this is one of the major reasons that we are not taking care of the references, what kind of references we are citing in our paper. Okay. So leading scientists and top journals articles are not cited. If you want to target, let's say, in cloud computing, in the resource optimization field, then you are not citing the paper of Rajkumar Bhuiya. If I'm just quoting the name, he's the renowned researcher. Okay, then that means you have not explored in depth. So this is the entire typical publishing workflow, where you start from submitting a paper, then the journal manager checks the basic requirement, your template, whether your paper is as per the template, your paper plagiarism is low. If yes, then the manager will assign the editor, then the editor assign the reviewers, and paper goes to the reviews, and reviewer will submit the review, and editor collect the review and made the recommendation according to the review received from the reviewers. And then again we have a decision box here, whether to accept your paper or whether to reject. So make a decision, accept your paper, then it is okay. Very rare revision required, then again you again receive a kind of a response from the journal that your paper has some technical depth, but still reviewers have these questions, so you need to address these questions and again submit the revision. Okay, so this is the typical publishing workflow. Now this is the publication timeline. Journal not fixed, vary from journal to journal. I have prepared this. So day 0, you submit your paper. After 3 months, if you target any SCI, we get the first review, which could be accept, very rare. Resubmit after minor revision, very rare. Resubmit after major revision, mostly if the paper is towards the acceptance. So we can be happy with this outcome, that we are getting the resubmit with after major revision. Nowadays the journal editors in chief are using this terminology also, reject and resubmit. Reject and resubmit means that your paper having technicality problem, language problem, sequence of paragraphs problem, then they say that no, we are not going to reject your paper at this particular instant of time. We will give you a next chance to submit your paper, but once you submit your paper, we will treat it as a new submission. So that we can call it as a reject and resubmit. So, and D part is the reject, mostly for weak papers, rarely for good papers. Then you prepare the comments and submit in case of B and C only. In case of A, no need. In case of D, no need to submit it. So we revise the paper, author will revise the paper and with the response sheet, and then after 2-3 months they submit it for the second review. Then again paper goes back to the same reviewers, and reviewers will again check whether the comments that they have given to you, the authors have incorporated the comment very perfectly or not. Then you have 3 options: accept, you will receive the acceptance; resubmit after minor, mostly reject. So next 1 month, in case of F only, we revise this and resubmit the paper. After 2 weeks to 1 month, we get the final outcome, which could be accept. So I can say that 90% of the paper accepted after the reject, resubmit after minor revision. So this is a typical timeline, but it is not fixed. It is no standard. It varies from journal to journal. editor to editor, reviewer to reviewer. Okay. Now, that part I have already told to you what are the reasons why the manuscripts are accepted, why the manuscripts are rejected. So handling, now I will tell you how to handle the rejections. So if the paper is rejected, one strong reason, it is not you should be disappointed with the rejection and acceptance both are the life cycle of the in the research community, for the research community. Okay, it is not like that if my 3 papers are rejected, no, I am stop writing. No, my way of writing is not impressive. No, it is not like that. You again take a kind of, don't feel any kind of disappointment, any kind of negative feeling within you. Be positive always. Research is an ongoing process, and believe me, if you write a paper, later or sooner it will be accepted in any of the journal, any of the conference, with a condition that if you have incorporated the suggestion of the reviewers time to time. Okay, so 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 other tips are, so proofread the content, whatever you have read multiple times, make sure writing is very clear and concise. Look at the similar article in the journal which you are going to target. Okay, so language issues are very journal for we are getting this kind of response from all the reviewers. Approximately more than 50% are getting this. The language is not appropriate. There are some typos, grammatical errors are there. So how to rectify these? So in order to rectify these, I will tell you there are not a magic stick available. Some people are using Grammarly, Ginger, but they are going to solve only your 30 to 40%. Okay, active passive, they are not going to solve. They are going to solve only article. They are going to solve your spelling mistakes. Okay, but later on, active and passive voice you have to solve by your own. Okay, so I will tell you how you are going to solve these aspects, the language issues in your paper. So avoid writing the long sentences. Avoid writing the long sentences. Break the sentences into short sentences. Avoid long paragraphs. Avoid writing in passive voice. Write in a simple present tense. Avoid writing in present continuous tense. Again, it vary as per the choice. Again, there is no standard guideline. These I will tell you based on my experiences. So while discussing the past work, we use simple past tense. Generally, we write we over I. It is not that I have proposed we, because you are the authors who are writing. Sentences should be linked to each other and make a flow. It is not like that within the paragraph you have 10 sentences and one sentence is not linked with the other. So paragraphs should be linked to each other and make a flow. Make right use of preposition like a and though. So we are not language expert basically. We are the researcher, but we try to learn from our previous mistakes. In writing, learning by mistake, learning by experience. This is the basic motive of the researcher that the researcher has to follow. Okay. Now, in the next part of my presentation, how will you respond to the reviewers? How will you respond to the comments that you have received from the reviewers? So addressing the comments, I will directly, yes. So sample comment, let's say for example, if you have received the minor revision from one of the reviewer and you are receiving that in introduction paragraph 2 last line, what are the drawbacks of SAP? SAP is one of the protocol that we have used in the wireless sensor network. Which author